Howdy, howdy.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Guys.
Not here.
Adot will not be here. Wolfie haven't responded yet, and I assume everyone is here. Woo!
Yeah, I don't think Wolfie is going to be coming anymore.
We'll see soon enough. But anyhow, welcome everyone to our Monday session of D&D. Woo! And we have a few new faces. Well, I guess one new face and one returned faces. Well, it's unfamiliar to each other, so why don't we start our session with a little bit of player introduction, just saying hello. Yep, starting from Scribe. You.
I'm Scribe. I'm one of the new players in the campaign. I'm playing Pilaris, a half-elf warlock with the Seeker patron from the non-divine faithful Unearthed Arcana.
All right, and I believe you're familiar with Aowen, the Ace Attorney. He was there last time when you were making character last week, I believe. So...
Right, our characters have a conjoined backstory.
Yeah, and Sunlit Draco, I believe you were there when Scribe was making the character last week a little bit. So I guess
was also there.
So Nemo, can you introduce yourself?
Yep. Well, welcome to the party. Hope you have fun. I play Zordred, the half-orc zealot barbarian who was native to this countryside that we are exploring in, but was native 200 years ago. He died and got resurrected again. And recently his memories were restored, and he is... how do I put it? He's a dual-wielding mercenary right now, but second-guessing his current life choices.
I wonder why! Second-guessing life choices. But yes, thank you, Nemo. And lastly, I believe, Grumpy. Can you describe introduction?
Grumpy's being right back.
He just got back and he's already gone.
Right.
He probably went to go get a drink.
Why doesn't how did he pronounce your name again? It's not Eon. It's like Owen.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Cool.
Grumpy's back.
Me and Draco already had a session with him, session 0. So we've already
Yeah,
met
but
him.
I don't know your new character that you rolled up.
Oh yeah, you'll meet them.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, you'll meet them in session. So this is just a general player introduction, but yeah, characters you will have. Some,
I thought we were introducing characters. Whoopsie.
Character
I
introduction.
can
Brief
introduce
ones
the
are fine
character
too.
if you want.
Yeah, they're totally fine. If you want to, you can introduce your character just briefly. Yeah.
The character's name is Kay Faraday. She's a thief. That's all that really matters. Oh, also a level in knowledge cleric.
Okay.
All right. Are you back, Sunny? Yep. We can't hear you at the moment. Is your mic okay? I think it's frozen. No.
No, he moved. He moved.
The
Discussing his head.
webcam's being weird. I think it might be the internet. His internet connection right now.
This is where we all need to make a technical difficulty saving throw. No.
Make a roll.
Yes.
Oh fuck. He just came back. What the fuck is this?
Probably one of the reasons I won't fiddle around with the webcam.
Long term, please do.
I don't think it's the webcam's fault.
No, the webcam does increase the network traffic overall, so it does make it more laggy and stuff like that. But usually, if the entire group is using webcam, it generally one more doesn't make too much differences. But yeah, it could be tight. So Grumpy, I don't know the status at the moment.
I think he made his character.
He did.
Ligawoo Scab, the Dawnbringer, the Father of Hope.
That's a hell of a name.
All right.
Wow, so I'm guessing he went Pally.
Oh yeah, the Exaggerator.
I guess he does. Should we wait for him a little bit to get the setting on, or should we just go ahead and start? What do you guys think?
Is he still in Discord?
He was offline before and after he joined the call, so I think he's just appearing offline regardless. But so I can't tell.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck him, apparently.
Fuck him. Alright, let's fuck him and just start right on. Alright, last time in the session, for all of you guys who are alive, you guys were getting the rewards for killing the werewolves that were infesting the town, caused by these evil hags casting curse on the towns and those animals around to turn people into werewolves, into causing them to kill each other. And although the party had some difficulties while trying to fight off these hags, but mighty Crest Crunch has saved the day with his 10 demons trampling in all the caves, and he got his hands on this magical dagger that turns people into werewolf. And he seems pretty intrigued by the techniques, and he's pretty happy to study what more he can bring. And while the group was discussing what type of missions that you guys were going to take, you guys decided to take the mission to delve into this university ruins that is located on the south of where the town currently is. In the map, if you were to look, there is a location called University Ruins, and that's where the group decided to head off. And two of the people who joined, I believe in your background story, you have discovered the information about this place long ago. There are some ruins scattered around, and this is the first place that you have heard about that the party is actually needing. And Hore, the current master of the Clasping Hand, requested two of you to join in as the person who is experienced in this type of ruins. They requested to go and help out the existing party. And after you two joined up in the house, Hore gave you the place that the current party is staying. And we will start up the session as two of your characters enters in to the hall in the house where the rest of the party is staying. And the rest of the party, can you guys put your token into the room that you would like to stay?
Are you okay there, Grumpy?
I think he might be having major latency issues.
Can you hear me now?
Once he stabilizes, then we will put his character into the session, so no worries about there. But yes, place your tokens in the places where that you think they would be, and we will start right off. And two of you who are coming in new, place a token into the map.
I put my token.
My computer isn't even on. Oh my god. Yeah. So. Yeah, Polaris and Kay, can you put your tokens into the entrance?
Oh, the entrance. Whoops.
Yes. Yeah. So two of you climbs up this building that was told by Hore. It is a wooden building that happens here for a few years. You do notices that the floors are relatively new as well as the walls, and the paints they're not too old as well that have been done. And as you come up, you see a few people like on the downstairs running around and serving meals and whatnot. and you come up to the second floor, and currently you see no one else that is here, but the rest of you in the party in the room, you hear some people coming up from the stairs.
Hey, Laius, you expecting anybody?
As far as I'm aware, Frederick just kind of stares back at me. Might as well see what's up.
And yes, so Polaris and Kay, you
I'll just
hear
wait
everything
there.
as you want, and feel free to move your token however way you want and speak whenever you like. And also, if other people are talking over overall, you guys can also type in the Roll20. If you're talking, if you want to talk in character, I'll try to look and come back. And if you put it in Discord, I'll acknowledge that as you're talking as a player. And yeah.
Oh, he's muted.
Sorry, it's doggos.
Wait, didn't Jorge say that we were getting some new fellows today?
I mean, from the sounds of it, they're constantly recruiting, I think. Hey.
Makes sense. Hey, you guys the new fellows?
Yeah.
Alright. If you die, what do you want us to send to your family?
My family's already dead.
So you want everything to go back to the clasp?
I don't particularly care.
Okay.
Normal people start off with hello.
You'll learn, young one.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Okay. So we're your archaeology experts for the excavation of the university ruin.
So you're like smart and stuff.
Yes, but if you can, put all the questions to the guy to my right. His name's Polaris.
Hello there.
Hello, Paul.
Good morning.
Polaris?
Same question.
Well,
He usually takes this long, yes.
of course. Oh my god.
Can't say I blame him. Sometimes it takes a little bit for my gears to start running as well. His name's Laius, by the way. And this is Frederick. And I motion towards the raven on my shoulder.
My
Can
name's
he
Make your
Zordred.
acquaintance, and I suppose the guild that sent me would want much of the equipment they have provided me with, but I guess just return that.
Okay. Do you have any special things you like religious-wise you want your body to be done with? Buried, burnt? Ripped apart? I don't know. People are strange around these parts.
Give me a second. I suppose nothing in particular, no.
That was a long time.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, so because like the my character's patron is based on a specific Greyhawk deity. I just wanted to like just do a quick look up of some lore regarding that to see if like there are any sort of like inspiration for that sort of thing to glean from there.
Nice. I walk over to you all and put out my hand, and when you shake it, I kind of squeeze it extra hard to see what your reactions are, to see if you can even just take a very, very firm handshake.
Was that strength save? Let's go with strength save. It's okay. Just
Pretty good.
I'll throw out some athletics to see what.
oh shit. Do Nakido overhead throw.
Then I'll.
I guess it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, not enough to do damage. I just want to see if you guys show any signs of pain. And as I say, I go, well, it's good we have smarts. The wizard fellow in the lighthouse said there'll be lots of puzzles and mystery things. I don't do that stuff too good. But if you need me to break something or carry something or hit something,
By the way,
let me know.
I should probably give this to you. Kate's gonna take a bag of holding off her back, reach into it, and pull out 3 different items, one of which is a luck blade, the other is a bracers of the fence, and the last one is a sending stone. And go, your friend Karma told me to give you these?
All of them?
Yeah, he didn't take them with him.
Oh, well. Okay. I'll put the luck blade in my bag of holding. These bracers, I think I know. There's another party member. She's not here, I don't think. And I'll give a knock on the door and say, hey, Ryu, you in there? And when there's no reply, I'll open the door and I'll verify she's not there. And then I'll put the braces in the bag of holding.
Okay.
What was the third item?
It was a sending stone, and she'll say, that's apparently connected to since he didn't say goodbye. Left you a sending stone. You can say something to him at least once a day.
Oh. That's nice. Sending stone, luck blade. The luck blade, how many wishes does it have?
2. I don't know that, but I'll just tell you 2. Take that, nerd.
Oh my god.
All right. Nice. Okay. I added this to the inventory bag of holding area. Well, since Rue's not here, Laius, or do any of you two want these bracers?
They only work without armor.
What are the bracers?
They give you +2 defense if you're not wearing any armor or shields. It works with mage armor.
I suppose I could use them.
I mean, you can if he gives them to you, though to be fair, they were a different party's item.
Mm-hmm. I'll hand them to...
Also, no, I promised them to Rue.
Yes, yes. I was part of that conversation. For this session, player-wise, I'm going to hand them to Laius, since Laius is playing. But when Rue comes back, ideally those bracers would go to Rue, since she agreed to take them as a player.
The luck blade, bracers.
As Zordred's handing me the bracers, I look towards
Polaris.
Polaris. I'm sorry. I'm just getting names. Is he wearing any armor currently? Because I'm currently wearing studded leather.
I
know it doesn't look like in the icon, but my character is wearing studded leather.
Haven't quite made a decision on the matter.
Well, it's only for one session, so you might as well take them.
Sure.
They count this one session.
And
Everyone-
as you guys are talking, you hear the very big metal. Wait, actually, are you wearing metal armor for Dawnbringer? Right? Sunny?
Grumpy?
Grumpy? Grumpy?
He froze again. No, he didn't. His
He's not
fan's moving in
frozen.
the background.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Wave your hand.
He's just fucking with us at this point.
Oh my god.
How dare you kill Sunny?
This guy. Dropping your token and starts introducing your character.
Agent, what are you doing?
Anyway, so I'll go back to. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Kay, I didn't say it the first time.
Oh, okay. I'm Zordred.
I heard you did say that.
Anyway, you said, are you friends with Karma? You said.
Yeah, we traveled for about a year.
I think
About
you
a
should
year
have
ago.
this then. And I give him back the sending stone.
All right, cool.
Is it a she or a he?
She.
She. Okay, I give her back the sending stone.
Cool. It all dropped. For a paladin, he doesn't really have much. Doesn't have God inside.
Alright.
Any recommendations for you?
And I guess Sunny won't be joining us this week, and that is sad, but that's the way it goes. Anyhow, as all of you guys gathers up, I would imagine you would want to head to the University ruins. Is there any preparations that you guys like to do before you head up?
I don't have any.
Nothing on my end.
I don't have monies. I have some monies.
Okay. There
let's
is a girl in Clasping Monkey called Eerie. She sells some of the minor goods, much less than Stala. Mostly she gets stuff from Dala and have it displayed there. And she is the one who is operating a teleportation machine for you guys. And for the two of you who sees for the first time, Eerie says, "Oh, hi. I assume you two are new. Are all of you traveling together to University ruins?"
Yeah, pretty much.
That is correct.
Alright, stand over there, and she brings you guys to this basement, where it's pretty dark, and you see the things are quite not too neat down here, but you see a lot of dirt from the downstairs. You see there seems to be quite a bit of traffic, at least signs of it. And on the point where she points, you see a weird things. It is not like a regular magical teleportation circles or anything. You see some of the metal beads dangling and some of the tubes just wildly playing around, and some of the things was just like and making weird sounds, and a little bit of smoke, and she points to the center of that weird thing and tells you to stay in there.
Is this gonna be safe?
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
You're not gonna ask us where we want to be buried, are you?
Didn't you heard any specifications from Hora? He should have gave you all the informations about what happens with your
Did
thing.
Hori tell us that? No name.
Hori will tell you about the basic procedures and where to send the context for your families and whatnot when you were, or friends, or who would be inheriting your things if something were to happen.
All right. I'll just turn to Zorge and go, I guess she hasn't been here long enough then. And step into
Anyway,
the teleporter.
Yeah. By the way, first time I did this, we ended up like 90 feet up in the air. So, anyway, best of luck.
Does anyone have like a flying device?
Nope.
Nope.
So
Do I
like,
have what?
so like, what happened when you were 90 feet in the air?
We fell, landed, and continued on our journey.
Doesn't sound too bad.
No, we were all bruised up, but we rested it off a little bit.
All right.
But I just want to give you a heads up that sometimes it can be a little. How do I put it? It's unconventional, a little bit.
Well, if you weren't type of the people who would be using this machine, then you'd be doing the footworks. Well, the fact that you're using this in the first place means you're proving yourself in one way or the other sometime.
Yeah, it's my gosh 7th
So
time
if
using it. Maybe
someone
more.
got here by lying, you could say they'd be in danger from this.
Yeah, in the case of that could be lethal. Have you two been lying when you're applying here? If that's the case, this is time you think twice about your life choices.
Okay.
Looking at the.
So as we were about to venture, real quick, fellas, since this is your first journey, you all have health potions.
Oh yeah.
Ropes, picks, shovels.
Can you now see the potions dangling off my hip?
Oh, whoa, yeah, no, I totally missed that. That's handy. I keep mine in my little bag of holding.
Oh, I have more in there.
Just a quick out of character question, since my character sheet is still kind of incomplete. What was the whole thing for potions or like other magic items again? Like just for getting them at character creation.
You should in buying them through the thing. Have you had the time to look at the how to buy?
I have give me a second.
Yep. So you buy them with your starting gold. So I don't give you items. You buy items that give you your choice.
All right.
If you haven't bought any items yet, have you not? That's fine. You can just buy them later. So I'll say that like after the sessions or throughout the session, if you decide on something, just tell me and I'll say that's fine. And Lhasa, I believe that you will receive 2,000 gold. Was it right, everyone?
Yeah.
How much was it? Yeah.
It was
yep.
2,000.
Yep. With that, you should be able to buy any items. But the buying procedure is pretty complicated in a way. That's why I was hoping you'd do it in the weekdays. But if it is too much, I'll probably help you after the session as well if you want to buy items. So it's okay.
All right.
But for now, let's just say that you have those items for you're saving it up for good times. And,
all right.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, if everyone's ready, you just need to step onto that weird machine.
Yep.
All right, I'll do so.
All right. Good
Yes,
luck.
I step on.
And as you guys all step on, this Eerie goes to one of the corners that she usually go when she's operating, and seems to be making some adjustments to some of the levers and whatnot. And as it does so, steam starts coming up from the machines that you guys are staying, and it's like, and the entire thing seems to be shaking pretty wildly and flailing. And with that, one of you roll 1d100 for me.
New guy.
Yeah.
Everyone roll 1d100.
Just one.
Scribe.
I have a bad feeling about this.
This is not gonna end well.
Remember that 90 feet in the air thing?
Okay. And as the machine wiggles quite a bit at the end, just as you see that there's some sort of your body seems to be phasing away, and you see the visions of something else. Although usually most of the time when you're using teleportation, it is a regular procedure that your vision you loses your vision when that happens, but this time it doesn't. And as it does so, all of you guys see that machine that is right in front of you is on fire. And all of you guys suddenly loses vision, and you are teleported
To a perfectly safe location. You're teleported at the inside of the ruin. Exactly where the
Okay, let me.
middle of the ocean. Land in real life.
Land in real life. All of you guys are teleported into roll 3D100, please.
Who rolls 300?
Any of you.
Alright.
Alright. All of you guys, as your vision fades, you were instantly disoriented. As you see the sense, you lose the sense of the firm ground, and you have a very nice view of the surroundings. You are currently here. That I'm pinging. Actually, it is off target. So. You see the very nice view of the thing. You see the whole area where some sort of walls are built up, and as well as a very big dome in the very center on some of the weird buildings of the ruins. Below you, there is a whole forest around, and you are currently 90 feet above the air.
I'm gonna try to dex grab anybody I can grab within my arm's reach.
I actually, give me a second. I am going to cast, Featherfall.
Ooh.
How many targets does that affect?
Up to 6, right?
I believe so. Let me check. It should be. Alright, give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure. Up to 5.
Okay, you should be able to cast it on the whole party.
Alright then.
Alright, also all of you guys see very disorienting places. You suddenly, what would be your purple component? What did you say? As you're casting a spell.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Let's go with that. Oh shit.
Okay, as you say the magical word "oh shit," all of you suddenly feel the sense of "oh shit" in your power, you're all suddenly falling slower. And you have a round in the air to take a look at the good look and the surrounding area that you're falling into.
Yes.
I'll give you guys one round, thanks to the Firefall, that you can do something in the air. What are you guys doing as you're falling?
I'm gonna just shout to the group. See, that's Polaris for you. Always gotten some way to get you out of a jam.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for 2 things. I'm gonna do a quick look at this like wall.
Okay.
To see if I see any entrances.
All right.
And then I'll take a quick peek past to see if I see any movement of anything.
Only one thing I'll say per character, so I'll say that you can pick one of them.
Then I will do I'll do the movement. I'll check for movement.
Okay, you're checking.
I'll check for openings then.
And you're checking for openings. And how about you two?
So just for comedic thing, I want to take a note that you guys do see Leia's with like a small novelty bottle of alcohol, the size of your palm, in her hand, and goes, I guess I don't need to use this. And she'll also take a look around. Just kind of in that, the hands on the back of her head and her legs crossed as she's just drifting down.
Yeah.
What is she gonna take? Like,
and in her mind, she just thinks, Frederick.
What would be your focus of searching? Is there anything specific
Frederick,
you're looking
for?
For me, it'll be anything moving that would be considered a threat.
Can you guys type in too in the Discord that you're looking for? And so focus of your thing, and if you're familiar, your familiar can also make a check. So that's there. All right.
I will say, Frederick in the teleportation process instinctively went back to the Shadowfell. I'll just need to call him back.
Okay. And Celis? Polaris.
We see movement.
We do see movement.
Just you're muted at the moment.
During this, I'm just going to try to see, just look for, I guess I'm also going to look for, like, an entrance, or, like, any sort of opening in the wall.
2 people for the entrance. Those who are looking for the entrances, roll perception check. Okay, K with 16, and Polaris.
Give me a second. Oh boy.
Alright. As you're casting the spell while being like rotating in the air, you try to look for you see the wall and you try to look for the thing, but with the visions kind of circulating, it is quite hard to focus and look for anything. And in the meantime, Kay, you are focusing, kinda like got the hangs of the rotations, and you are observing the walls throughout, and you see the one big entrance over this area here. There, you see a big gate that it locates there, and you also see over here. Over here, actually, I believe. Let me double check.
I just realized this is the Death Star.
That's not a dome. That's a secret laboratory.
Let me get the. I have the things noted, so give me a second. Okay. You see over here. Huge parts of the wall is entirely collapsed, and you think that you may be able to get through something there, but it's more like a mountain of rubbles. But definitely walls there are destroyed. Something may have smashed into it, and that is what you see with Perception 16. And next is Nemo. Roll perception check for any threats.
I want to make a quick note that if possible, while I'm flying, I would like to perception check 360 degrees, making sure that there's nothing that's going to be behind us.
Okay.
Because Zordred is paranoid now.
As you are observing, first thing, very easily spotted thing, is that there are few of the giant stone golems between the mountain ranges, between the forest areas that is occupying the both inside of the wall area. There are some walking around actively, And you see some of the minor movements too, but it is kind of far away from here to exactly see what they are. But they are living creatures as well as some of the golems that are active. And in the
golems
nearby
don't
area,
look like
however,
the golems from the penguin thing.
they do look different. Yes, this is a different style.
Okay.
And
Okay, thank you.
In the forest area, however, you're staying there. You see some of the animals, just minor ones, but you don't think there are too much threats outside of the wall.
Okay, so quick recap. Behind the wall, behind us, there's small creatures that I see, but nothing I can tell that's worth of a threat.
You should be able to use them for rations and any other purposes. Some of the squirrels, birds, snakes, that type of deals, but nothing that would be a major threat to you.
Okay, and then inside the wall, I see large golems and some other type of creature that I can't pinpoint.
Yes.
Roaming, and you said this area was like forested inside the wall?
Inside the wall, there are some it is relatively well vegetated. Not as heavily vegetated as outside of the wall, but inside of the wall, still a forest area. There are trees are common in there. And yeah, there are buildings inside too. They're like obscuring some of the buildings inside. But yes.
Okay.
Yes, and Sunlit, you are currently looking at the sky. And roll perception check.
Alright. This ought to be funny.
You save all our lives.
Okay. With like a relaxed one hand, you're just sitting and look up to the sky. And between the clouds, you see giant serpents. Several of them. They are the pretty gigantic size of a house of some, if you were to look through the skies. And in terms of the player sense, it is a size gargantuan.
Gargantuan flying snakes. Standard D&D affair, if I say so.
And as you guys are making your observations, you guys safely descends into the ground. And your feet touches the grass and some of the heavily vegetated area. The grass is pretty tall and reaches to like a half of your body. It is relatively hard to move in this area. You notice that probably is not well traveled.
How tall is the wall?
The wall there is extremely tall. It is about the size of 200 feet.
200 feet?
Yep.
Okay. I don't mean to be that guy.
You could climb, yeah.
Okay. I don't mean to be that guy, but how could we have seen beyond the wall when we were just 90 feet up?
The dome is if you were to look around, actually, this is a crater. So there is the big raised area on the side, and as it goes into lower, it's the lower crater that is in the very center of the crater. There is this dome as a player.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're walls in a crater.
No. The walls in the crater, yes. Yeah. There is the crater, and there is like the outskirts where it's raised, and it's like lower as it goes to the center. And yeah.
All right, guys. Let's be quiet. I saw movement, specifically on the other side of the wall, but I'm not comfortable still with a situation.
Well, I found an entrance. Two of them, but one is better than the other.
Okay. I could theoretically carry us up and over the wall.
Can I just look up and go, what the fuck? What are those?
I'm flying snakes from the looks of it.
Wait. Oh my god.
What the fuck are those?
Yeah.
Can we roll to recognize the giant flying snakes?
Could I see if I heard of being creatures of such?
Yes, both of you can.
What would we roll?
Arcana. or history,
Arcana.
whatever you roll, I'll give you the lore of the side that is relevant if you roll high enough.
Alright, Arcana.
Religion.
Oh man, I
gonna
really
roll
want to do
Arcana.
survival.
Wow,
but-
we're over.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my god!
We overrolled them up. Way to break the curve.
Okay, so Kay and Scribe, in the previous Ruin expeditions, you were getting some records of the ancient times. On the very long time ago, there are some creatures where the wizard have used in corporation to control the weathers in the nearby areas. They were called something called Sky something. Oh my god, I forgot the name. I'm gonna. Give me a
Sky
second.
something.
They were called the Sky Swimmers, one of the ultimate creations of the wizards in the old times, and they were used in the war that happened a very long time ago. Although you are not quite sure when that war happened, but in the several ruins, the other ruins that you have excavated, and the previous ruin that you excavated, you see the recursing lores of them. And in the older time, the wizard used to control those things to fight off the evils that invaded this world. Although you haven't seen one alive in real life. So those are the arcanas, what you know was a wizard in the histories. And Reyes, you hear of these creatures that you, on the older times, where the gods on the older times make some prayers to these, and many of the older and smaller islands and the kingdoms worship these creatures as a god who bestowed the rain and the good weathers for the crops to grow. And there are some flying denoted creatures, although the look varies from places to places. But you do know that there are some being worshipped in some of the religious purposes. And Zordred, 15 nature. Only thing you could think of is like maybe some dragon type creatures, but you don't think they are naturally common occurring creatures. At least something that you have not seen before. And even in the older times, you have not seen any of those being active. Back when you were,
Okay.
Yep.
In my first life.
Yeah.
Wow, Sky Swimmers. I didn't think I'd ever see one.
So do you think they're gonna attack us?
I don't. I don't
Or
know.
how do we make
work?
it so they don't attack us? I don't want to piss them off.
I don't think we have a choice, unless we just want to go.
You don't think we don't have a choice on pissing them off?
I don't know what pisses them off. So no,
Let's just
kind
try
of
to
remove that choice.
Let's just try to get inside, all right?
All right, shit. Oh, okay, fine. Well, ignore them for now, and hope they don't attack. If they do, I think it'll be quite noticeable.
Yes.
As I was saying, you saw entrances, but at the same time, I could carry each of you one by one up and over the wall.
Why not just all walk in? If we get split up and attacked, that'd be bad. If we all enter together, then we'll be stronger.
True. But if somebody knew there were only two entrances to this place, where do you think they're going to put their defenses?
Well, one of the entrances is a broken down wall, so I don't know if there'd be defenses there because it wasn't meant to be an entrance.
True. Did I tell you about the iron golems on the other side of the wall?
No.
Yeah. How many did I see, Nani?
Inside the wall, there are some stone golems walking around on
That's
the quite a bit of number, but they were spread across the area. You don't see like many of them like gathered in one tight places, but I'll say that in the short time you saw at least 20. at least.
Okay. And did I say iron? I meant stone. I think they were stone golems.
That's a little bit better.
But there were about 20 of them or so spaced out, as well as some other creatures that I didn't recognize. So whatever we do, we need to be careful and quiet.
I'd assume.
All right.
I mean,
make
we
sure
didn't
that's
come
agreed
here
amongst the
thinking
party.
there'd be no risk.
True. Level 14? I'm only level
Oh shit!
9. Or whatever.
Can we get out of here?
Is that a boss monster?
Yeah, that's from Munchkin.
Yeah. Oh, Munchkin. Yeah, that's the game. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Feel free to move your tokens on the map into the direction that you guys like to travel. And as you go, I'll tell you what you see and what you observe.
Yeah, I don't
if
even
you,
have my
as a
token
player
on.
or character, would like to do something or make check, let me know.
Do you want to go to the broken wall?
Yeah. But first, at least let me have a peek.
At the broken wall?
No, over top, on top of the wall.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And if you want to keep a low profile, I could take a look over.
I can carry you if you'd like. Unless...
I actually got a better idea. How tall is the wall?
If I had a judge, I think it's about 200 feet or so.
Noni?
Yep.
200 feet. Okay, so that's a big wall. Okay, scratch that idea. Instead, you don't mind if you take Frederick with you, do you?
No, I don't mind.
All right. And
Just don't tell him to peck at me.
Frederick's gonna flutter over and perch nicely on his shoulder.
Okay. You bite me, I crush you. No hard feelings.
Yeah, you do that. I can get him back in about an hour.
Very well. Anyway, I'm going to stealthily attempt to spider walk boots and walk up the wall. And once I get to and see what I see when I get to the top.
So you're gonna climb up the top of the...
Yeah, using my boots as spider walking.
Top of the wall?
Yeah, I want to get to the top of the wall and have a better non-featherfall view of the area. Specifically, looking when I spot it, looking in the direction of what I see near the broken wall.
Yep, feel free to move your token as I mentioned. You're just
Yeah, so I'll be not in. There we go.
Yep.
That's a little better.
You notice this on top of the wall. It is not guarded at all, and you don't see any of the golems or any of the defensive mechanisms on top of the wall. And on the way you're climbing, there's no defensive mechanisms. And now you're on top of the wall. There are some golems, and the area itself is relatively big, but not that big. I just say, in terms, I don't want to have to do the actual distances, because I should have thought of better. But I'll say that to get across to the other side, given like good 1 hour of travel, you can get there. It's not that big.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if straight across is an hour, going around top of the wall would be like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That's reasonable. And that's what you notice about the size of the thing. And if you were to look over there, where the golems are, you see that there are several more stone golems in that area. They seem to be mostly moving big rocks from the rubbles of the old wall. That's yep, they're removing rubbles from the area. And there is a big dome in the very center, as you notice, and a giant way, and you see the walkway. There's one walkway that is most noticeable. Give me a second. I need to look up the... Yep. There is.
I just realized I was muted. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, there is a road that crosses like that, and there is these are the big roads that you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the heavy vegetation hasn't taken the roads over.
Vegetation hasn't taken the roads over. Yeah.
Okay.
And the rows you see here are extremely thick. I'll display the thick rows.
Yeah, explain the thickness.
Yeah. Those are the thick area of the roads. Although they seem to have more of the reinforced roads. You see some other structures nearby, although you don't exactly know the purpose of them. And there are lots of buildings, but most of the areas are covered by the forage, so it's kind of hard to see from above the wall to exactly see what they do.
Okay. I guess while I'm up here, my curiosity is getting the better of me. Saying that there's a congregation of golems clearing out the rubble, I try to look for a different solution of getting inside. So when I remember Kay told me she saw the other entrance, so I'll take a look at the other entrance to see if it's less golemy.
If you look at there, you don't see as many stone golems in the area. However, you see one iron golem.
When what?
Iron golem.
Oh.
And last, real quick, what do I spot in that black square and these gray squares, if anything?
You are looking over to there, and it oddly reminds you of a native town. Although some of the buildings seems to be heavily wrecked.
In both locations?
In this location that you have seen.
Okay. So town, that's a little bit... That's
there are
pretty
no
rare.
vegetations in that area in specific, and that's why it's easily observable to you.
Okay. In that black dot by the main entrance?
Oh, that black dot, there is a huge tower that has been erected over there.
That has what?
It is a huge tower that is erected.
Just a huge tower?
Yep.
Is it taller than the wall?
It is taller than the wall.
Alrighty. Okay. I go down. I looked at the bird and say, "Hey, bird, are you good?"
It just responds back at your voice. Good.
That's creepy. Please don't do that.
It
And
nods its head.
I walk back down and to the group to relay my findings, which I'm not going to RP because that just doubles the amount of time it took. So, now that we know the rubble may be a bad idea unless you want to fight some stone golems off the top, we can fight an iron golem all by himself. We may be able to latch onto the tall tower. That seemed pretty close to the wall. Or we could just... The wall itself isn't guarded. We could literally just... I could carry you guys up there and we could just walk along the top of the wall until we find a good spot that we want to jump down.
Here's a better question. Did the information we get on the wizards said they were naturally aggressive?
I mean, technically there's one way to find out. Would you like to find out with a group of stone or with one iron?
Iron golem.
Alright, well, if that's what you guys want to do, we'll give a knock on the door.
But the others may have their own 2 cents.
Or we can test it by... I can go up there with my boots and just walk down and try to get the iron golem's attention. If he feels aggressive, I'll just run back up.
All right, move your tokens.
But
if you are trying.
As I'm talking the idea, I see Kay just walk away. I'm like, hey, that's how you get a funeral.
Oh, come on, you are taking forever. Let's just go. We have no evidence to suggest they will be aggressive. Unless the way has a clear path, according to you.
You'll learn. If there's anything after 4 missions with the clasp, you'll learn is that you need to be careful. Expect the unexpected, or else you just end up like everybody else.
Oh, I'm not even close to anybody else.
I motion towards. I do a slight motion towards Polaris to stay near me as I move with Zordred.
Is Polaris here, by the way?
No, he left to go do something.
Yeah.
BRB.
I'll remove his token from now,
Okay.
for now, and I'll let him place him back. And flavor-wise, Polaris will be staying with
I
Mace.
also think this may be a good time. Grumpy, how's your computer doing? Did you want to try to join us?
Do you want to be the first one to die to the golem? Come in, be the meat shield.
All right.
Remember, if you're talking, your mic's mute.
Yeah. As
Yeah,
you guys
well,
approach, you see a giant gate. The construction style is something that you've never seen before, although you do know that there are some magical flows that are currently around. And although there are some of the symbols and runic symbols that are marked on each of the side of the wall, and as well as a gate that is reaching, they seems to be not. Most of the magical structures like that, like runes, do glow if they're powered, but these one don't seem to be glowing or anything at the moment. And the iron golem is standing on the right side of the door. The door is about 50 feet wide, and it is about exactly the same height, 200 feet high. No, I'll say 100 feet high, 50 feet wide. And it is wide opening. There's no like doors to close and open, and it is currently there.
Wait, you said it's a gate?
It is the gate, but there's no door. There's
It's just a hole, essentially.
Yep, just a hole.
So when looking
can you send
through,
in that bird?
do we see the iron golem?
Yep, you see the iron golem. You see some signs of scratches in here and there, and there's some mosses that are growing on like some of the joints. And he is just standing by on the right side of the gate, just like this.
Hey, Laylis, do you want to send in your bird and see if he gets angry?
Hold on. I look at the arcane runes. Are they written in any kind of language that common people would understand, or?
Roll Arcana.
Okay. I have proficiency in it. See a D20 do its D20 things.
Ooh.
They are not languages. You do notice is that these runes are, if they were to be activated, you think that it would seal the gate from coming in or out. Currently, they are deactivated.
Alright. Fair warning. These runes are meant to seal up the gate if they're activated, so if we start causing commotion,
Okay.
we might have to bust through the wall or go through the stone golem stuff. And after that, I'm gonna send Frederick through the doorway and have him like low fly around the iron golem.
Okay. As the bird flies around the golem,
Instantly disintegrated.
I will say that Frederick technically counts as a fey creature, since he is born of summoning.
Okay. Let me see.
Frederick enters. Everyone outside the gate takes damage.
That'd be something.
The trap that only hurts people who haven't entered yet.
Golem does not respond. Bird seems to be flying freely.
Okay. Let's go in, shall we?
I motion
Hold on one quick second. I have. Well, no, I wouldn't have the intelligence for that. Never mind.
Hold on. I've got a better idea. Let me go first. And I
Why?
recall Frederick to behind the cave, and I have him rest on Zordred's shoulder.
Okay.
Trust me. And I'll walk through the gate as Leia's.
Okay. As you are walking through the gate, the golem will move towards your direction and intercept you and say that. Well, he would try to do so. Would you like to do anything while he's doing so?
I am going to appear non-threatening.
Okay. The golem will stand right in front of you and put both of his hands in the side, in the center, say that, "Welcome to the seaside campus of Arcane Monument. Are you the visitors?"
Yes, I'm currently with a group from the Clasping Monkey. We're meant to go delving into some ruins for some arcane artifacts, I believe.
Accessing memory. Clasping monkey. Not found. Are you visiting anyone inside of our facilities? Currently, there are dangerous creatures roaming the campus, and campus visiting is closed for commoners at the moment.
Let me do we have like an official contract relating to this job? Like in pen and paper?
I don't know, do we?
We signed it, but the class may have it. The copy. I don't know if we ever actually hold on to the copy ourselves. George would know, though. Do we hold on to the copy of the contract for that we signed up for, or do we hand it to Jorge and he holds on to it?
You would have it. You have a copy of the contracts, I'll say.
I do a slight bow to the golem and go, I'll talk to my friends. I'm sure one of us knows what's going.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Golem walks back to the original location.
Do any of you have a contact with the Arcane Monument?
Vague information. I mean, we dealt with them a little bit in a previous mission, and I dealt with them a little bit in the past, but only specific people.
But no way to contact.
No. As far as I know, one of them's dead, I think. And the other one, Karma had a sending stone that went to her, but he's not with us right now.
Can golems use sending stones? Tony.
I mean, sure.
All right.
Why not?
I'm gonna. How would I phrase this? I essentially want to use the sending stone to ask Karma to ask if Sildreth can vouch for us,
Playing a game of telephone.
and then give the stone to the golem. So that someone from the Arcane Monument can be like, let them through.
So you have the one that's connected to Karma, right? You can contact Karma with this stone, and Karma can reply once. And I'll say that reply can be heard from Golem.
But I'm saying, if I send the message to Karma, and then Karma, instead of sending a message back, he gives the stone to Sildreth, and she uses the once per day to send the message back.
Oh, on her? Well, does it work like that? I guess the others.
I mean, both stones can be used once per day.
That's
so
interesting.
Each stone can send a message once per day.
Yep. So that's fine. That's remaining character though.
Oh shit! Fuck. 25 words or less.
No, yeah, it's like Leia's just seeing you fumble with that, and she just goes, "Hey, Polaris, didn't you have an appointment with these guys?"
I believe I did, yes.
Then I think you two should be the ones to lead forward.
Okay, speaking of my character, where the hell is my token?
We accidentally deleted it while you were AFK. We
Uh,
can drag and drop it onto the map.
In player, there may be some misunderstanding, but this is a ruin that you're excavating. You have no appointments or anything in this area. You two are here to help these three excavate the ancient ruin that's supposed to be university.
Alright.
Listen, I'm terrible with names, and sometimes I remember people by titles than names. So, what if the golem's okay by us giving a title? This is some school, right?
Hold on, Noni. Can I send that message?
Yep. And
Okay,
I'll
then
say that Karma
I-
will quickly give it to
Then
Thing.
Can I quickly give the stone to the Iron Golem? Go in, hand it to him.
Yep, you can. So while the group is talking, you walk over to the golem and gives a stone, and I'd imagine like Karma mentioned to like Sildris, and Sildris is saying that we'll use a stone and says that this is Sildris. This is my apprentice friends. They should have an entry to the old facilities if you want to. Any problem? Let me know. And the golem hears that and accessing database. Sildris not found.
Shit.
Oh, try. Oh, what was his name? He may go by two different names. Perfect Green or Archmage Deldanor Springleaf.
Sorry, you're saying that to me?
Yes.
How am I supposed to try that?
Aren't you talking to the golem?
Okay.
I'll put the words in Discord.
Yeah. Use those words. We've gotten permission from Archmage Delanor Springleaf.
Archmage Delanor Stringleaf. Accessing memory. Not found.
Or Perfect Green.
Perfect Green. Accessing memory. Perfect Green. You're visiting Perfect Green.
Correct.
He is currently not present. However, you can wait on his office.
Yeah. Ooh.
We'll wait for him.
Alright.
How's to have a 200-year-old barbarian with you?
And he says that, follow me. I shall escort you to his office.
Cool.
And the
Hey,
golem
good job, Zorber.
turns around and starts walking towards the following the roads that is constructed. And on the way, he mentions that, please do not wander off. The other areas are off limit.
At the beginning of the walk, Zordred digs in his pocket and pulls out the picture that he has of Perfect Green and the dragon and such,
Okay.
and kind of does like a little like tap with it, and then looks at it for a quick second and puts it back in his pocket with a little smile, and then he'll look up to the golem and say, do you mind? This is our first time here waiting for Perfect Green. Could you show us around the facilities before we go to the office?
He goes and stops, and permission required from college heads for visiting facilities. Once we arrive to the dome, we shall ask permission.
Right.
Thank you. And the golem will continue to lead. And as you guys are going along, you would see some locations on the way going there. On the forest, you see that there is a little bit of a tiny cliffside on here, and some of the obvious cave entrances on this area as you're heading along. And as well as some of the buildings, as you're getting close to here, although you do not know what they contain, but some sort of building is revealed as you're heading. And on the way, however, once you reach about here, you see some weird creatures that looks like a frog that is the size of a human. However, it seems to have been growing some sort of different furs on top of it.
This doesn't look like the frog things that we fought in the crater and when you were getting the star thing.
No,
Did it?
it's different.
Okay.
There's one of that, and as well as there is a tiny little golem besides it. It is size of the medium, but it's like on the lower side. It's like kinda made it look like a spider. And you see a tiny spider golem. And as you're approaching them, you're currently 60 feet away, but you see that their attention turns to you as a giant golem, and you approaches them.
I speak to the giant golem real quick. Is this the infestation? You spoke of an infestation on campus?
Yes, the ways are dangerous. Please, let me handle this. And the golem will walk across and will fight with you, but let's roll initiative and place you guys in the map. There are no water, but yes, place yourself around. Yep, that area is fine.
Roll initiative, you say?
Roll initiative. Place your token. And yep, place your tokens and click on it, and then roll initiative. There are a few spider robots, spider golems on the way as you're going along. And in the center there is some sort of a weird frog hybrid looking creatures on the way. And you're currently being accompanied by an iron golem. It's currently leading you. Get the stats up.
Hello!
Hello!
It can't be! The legendary Dawnbringer!
Oh, did you guys see my entire name title?
The father of hope. Exaggerator of names.
Yeah.
Exaggerator.
I don't see that part. I just see all the way
man.
to the Father of Hope.
You guys... Okay, yeah. I cut it off. I started typing it out in the bio.
So you're joining us?
I don't know. I'm going to see how this works for a little bit.
Okay.
Is it your laptop or the internet that needs work?
Yes.
Fair enough. That's all I
you
can
had
really
your
say. Fair enough.
you had your phone, right? Could you theoretically do Discord on your phone?
Yeah, so funny story. Last month, my phone got smashed.
Oh dear.
So I cannot charge it and use it at the same time. And using it drains the battery really fast.
So it sounds like you need maybe a new phone before you get a new laptop?
I need a new everything. So
Assuming the money's right.
Oh yeah, I'm a cheap bastard. I'm going to replace all my electronics this month.
Yeah.
New tablet, new laptop, new TV, new cell phone.
Zordred.
Free action.
Yeah.
I will ask the Iron Golem if he would like assistance with the infiltration that we are able-bodied.
Hold on. If we let them fight, it might take care of both of them.
The golem tells you and says that the protecting the guest is my duty. Let me handle this. It's your choice, though. Golem won't stop you.
I will pull out my weapons.
Mhm.
And let's see if I can do something clever here. Yeah, I'll pull out my weapon and just ready in action. If anything comes within melee of me, I'm going to attack with my dual wield.
Okay.
And I will move slightly in the brush here.
All right. Frederick. Your familiar's turn. Frederick's turn.
Yep.
S is the spiders and C is those frog with furs. I guess I should use F, not S. I see. That's my mistake. But
Frederick's gonna. Actually, Frederick's gonna keep a safe distance. He's gonna fly over here and observe the surroundings, and also take the dodge action if any of those do evasive cartwheels in the sky.
Okay.
That'll be it for his turn.
And these creatures will. These ones, let's see the movement speed. Will come here, and they directly leap over the golem. You see that like a frog, they have a huge leap, and they lands on top of there. And that one goes over there too. And Zordra, you can make attack against this one.
Right. I'll go after the bottom C.
Yep.
So first attack will be with Defender.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing what they are, I'm only going to put +1 to the attack.
Yep.
So let me get the attack going here. There we go. So that's
That hits.
26. Yeah. I'm not raging or anything, so it's 10, and I don't think I do the radiant because I think that's only when I'm raging.
All right.
It's sad that I
damage to
forgot
this.
that.
It is still standing, but it looks
Yeah.
severely hurt. It easily chops through the hopple bit, but as it does so, the blood, acidic blood, just pops up and it chisels on you, and you take 1 point of acidic damage.
Okay.
Yep.
And am I allowed to follow up with a secondary attack?
Multi attack is only your turn, unfortunately. And
Yeah, you're fine.
this one, the lower C will make 2 attacks against you. First attack, 19 hits.
I'm trying to do math right now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And 15, I imagine, misses, right?
Correct. So 1 hits.
All right. and it deals you 9 points of damage, or as it bites you, and some of the acid zips in and will start to chisel as well. And the last point, 1d4, is still acidic damage. And the above one will make an attack against K.
Okay.
So 20, I imagine it hits.
Yeah.
And the second attack, 12, I imagine
Nope.
it misses. And same damage will be dealt. 6 points of damage will be dealt, and with some of the acid sips into you.
The acid damage would be separate, but I can use Uncanny Dodge as a reaction to half the damage of the attack.
I'll say you can have total damage, and you can reduce
Okay,
total damage.
so just
by
3.
Yeah. And K, it's your turn.
Okay, let me just move it back. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. Damn. Let me see. I guess I'll just shoot the one in front of me.
Alright. Range attacks. Do you have crossbow expert? Or something?
I do.
Alright.
I do have crossbow.
Make your attack.
I also have sharpshooter, so I'm gonna try and use that.
Playing the dangerous game.
Shit.
12 misses. It goes and kind of slips on the surfaces of his skin, and it goes like makes weird noises. Doesn't seem to hurt them.
Well, crossbow expert does let me make a bonus attack action or attack.
I believe
Bonus
that's
action attack.
with. Can you post a wording?
Sure. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
One-handed weapon, you can use bonus action.
And crossbow is a one-handed weapon. It's a light weapon.
That is true.
Is it loaded though?
You get to ignore the loading quality.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the attack action specifically requests a loaded hand crossbow. Basically, if you're dual wielding hand crossbows, it works.
I'll say that he does ignore loading. It's fine. I'll say you can do it. It's okay. We'll check up. We could check up the rule after the session. Like, rule talk, we generally leave it after the session. It's okay.
Even if you were to have 2 crossbows, once you fire them once, they would never technically be loaded because you always ignore the loading quality.
Yes.
So even with dual wielding,
rules, no
this ability...
rules in session, please. Let's
Alright,
you can do it.
I just wanted to figure it out. Okay, for now, I'll just go with the bonus attack action. Again. Nice.
That is, and as it dodges it, you point at the center and fires a bullet, and it pierces right through, and it makes a painful cry. It's like, ah! And you see its guts spilling out, and it is quite heavily hurt at the moment.
It's not dead, though.
It is not dead.
Since it's within 5 feet of Zordred, I get to use sneak attack.
Interesting.
So...
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, that would be lethal. And this one kind of melts into the ground, and you see the pile of fleshes that are...
this will give an opportunity attack, but I'm gonna back away.
Alright. And, Sunny!
Wait, what about the opportunity attack? From that one over there.
Oh yeah, that one's still alive, right. Yep, it will make 1 opportunity attack.
Alright, it hits.
Alright. 14 points of damage.
I'll
Would you like
half
to
that again.
Yep, that's your reaction. And Polaris.
Alright, let's see, what are the C's and S's again?
C's are 2 frog-like creatures. I put C thinking that they are chimera in a way. S's are spiders.
Alright. Let's see, I'm going to... give me a second. So, first thing is as a so drawing my quarterstaff and as a bonus action, I believe. Oh, wait, give me a check. Yep, as a bonus action, I will cast what is it? I will cast Shillelagh, which I have through the Pact of the Tome.
Yep.
So for the next 10 turns, I would use
extra damage. Yeah.
Yep, I would use Charisma instead of Strength, and it deals 1d8 damage.
Interesting to hear Charisma, because always is Druids and Druids use Wisdom.
Druids use Wisdom, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but Charisma.
I think the reason they specifically specify like your class or your spellcasting modifier rather than Wisdom is specifically for cases like this where someone that's like a character that's not a druid somehow gains access to it. Yeah. And then I'm going to just move right here and use as an action, use Eldritch Blast on the middle spider.
Okay. Roll to hit. Twice, I believe, right? 2 raise you fire.
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. I would be rolling. I could technically either roll twice on the spider or I'm gonna roll once on the spider and once on the frog thing that's still alive. So.
All right. First to the frog thing then. Let's see if it dies, and once from the spider thing.
Right.
So first
roll for the frog.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Oh wait, is this? Oh. Give me a second.
You can click on the name. You can click on the name of the attack in order to get its damage.
Oh. All right.
That's just a 1d10.
Yeah, no, because he's not a warlock with that invocation.
Oh.
Only the warlock with that invocation or some sort of clerics can get it. But yes,
there's a specific there's a specific invocation for adding charisma, which I don't have.
You deal,
but
you deal 4 damage to it. The frog one still stands, and make your attack against the spider.
So if it's still standing, then I'm also actually no, not gonna use that on the frog. I'm gonna make my.
I'll say you can use it on the frog if you want to. Although for the future, you should make all the attacks when you fire the spell. You can't, yeah.
So give me a second. Oh no, I wasn't gonna go with the. I was gonna use a different thing that I can use as a modifier for Eldritch Blast. But here's the roll for the spider. That kind of sucks.
Spider, let's see if the 12 hits. That hits! Roll damage.
Alright, so damage, and I'm also going to use Grasp of Hadar.
Okay.
It's an invocation from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can move the creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to you.
Alright. It will be dragged.
So let me just... Alright.
Yep. All as your Eldritch Blast strikes the thing, it gets grabbed by 10 feet forcefully, kind of losing its balance in the way, and you still have your movement. Would you like to end your turn?
I am just going to end my turn as is.
Alright. That is your turn, and this spider will foolishly try to move across. And the golem will use its reaction to smash the spider.
Oh god.
Oh, that
And
is.
with the some of the dents that are made by Eldritch Blast, it crushes the other half that has not been crushed, and you see the dent of a golem spider that just rolls in front of Kay.
That was a low roll.
And this spider rolls, kind of walks towards Sordred. Sordred, and you hear some of the voice recording of sort, some sort of message that are being shouted out from the spider. Says that it is time to die. And with that sound being displayed, the spider shoots some sort of a ray at you. That ray kind of like engulfs you in a way, and make intelligence saving throw. Sordred.
An intelligence, what?
Saving throw.
Ah, my specialty.
Oh.
All right. All you hear is evil laughter. You take 11 psychic damage. And with that, you feel your mind being weakened. And what is your intelligence?
It is 8.
Okay. Your intelligence is reduced to 0. And at the moment, you are stunned. As your mind is getting sapped in.
Cool.
Alright. That is that spider. And this one will walk here and is going to sap the golems. And iron golem, will they make golems are immune to psychic damage. Woo. Make saving throw, and golem fails. They're not immune to stun. Alright. Actually, golem tried to do this one tried to do something to the golem and nothing happens. A similar ray happens and same voice recording happens. It's like, time to die! And ray, nothing happens at the moment. And Race, it's your turn. Race.
You mean Nameless?
Sunlit? Sunlit?
A Gretzko?
I will skip his turn, and it's the golem's turn. The golem will quickly make his attack.
You should be coming back in here, puppies.
2 attacks. We'll be destroying this spider here, and we'll be heavily crippling the spiders up there, but have not destroyed it yet. And Zordred, you are currently stunned. Frederick is, I believe, Sunless is not back yet, and the frog will try to attack Zordred. You're stunned, so he will have advantage on his attack. So 19...
19 misses.
Defender is not activated yet, right now, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're correct then. 19 hits.
Okay. And we'll deal you 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another attack. And 13 plus 5 is 18. Does 18 hit without defender?
I always have to do the math. I don't...
Sorry about that.
Yes, 18 just hits.
Okay.
My internet decided to do a raspberry.
No worries.
18 just hits. That's my AC right now with my weapons out.
Then it will do this damage once more, and it will do 14 points of damage with something being acidic as you are currently stunned. K.
Laylis. Her turn was skipped.
Oh yes, Raylis. Would you like to take your skip turn?
And Frederick's. I'll take the Laylis's turn first. I'm gonna load up that then there Eldritch Blast. This first one's gonna be aimed at the spider near Zordred.
The spider near Zordred is dead. That's the frog.
The C. I aim for the C near Zordred.
Yep. It misses against the frog.
Now I aim towards the actual spider, the S.
That spider is currently obscured by the golem.
This one?
Yeah, you have to move a little bit, but shoot have no problem afterwards.
Oh, that's fine. Right here is good.
Yeah, that's good. There's a tree on the way, kinda, but it's okay. You can like peek over and shoot, and 17 hits for 5 points of damage. Killing the spider. Yes.
Healing the spider? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, killing the spider. And I was about to say, and he gets pushed back 10 feet because I decided to choose Repelling Blast, but he's dead.
Alright.
And for Frederick's turn, he's going to swoop down here and start swoop this way. Start viciously pecking at the sea. Not doing any damage, but giving out the help action.
Alright.
Against the creature.
As it's pecking though, as it touches it, it will take 1d4 points of damage.
Oh.
Its skin seems to be acidic, and it takes 1 point of damage.
Let's see Frederick's health. Ooh. Hey, 2. So Frederick's at 1 HP.
Yeah, okay.
Does that pecking give me advantage, or is it just flavor?
It does give you advantage, actually.
Dope. Sharpshooter then.
14. Even though he's distracted, you try to go for the very best headshot, and it kind of misses as he's wedging his head around.
And that's the help action done.
Fine. Oh, it only lasts for 1 attack?
1 attack,
yep.
Yes.
First attack.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
That's fine.
I'll use the bonus action.
Alright. That will kill it. With sneak
I'm
attack,
going to sneak attack just because.
Yes.
Always overkill.
Yep. It destroys the last one, and the golem turns to Zordred, looks him down, and gonna pick him up, and looks at the rest of you, and says that, "Please, it is dangerous. It is my duty to escort all of you safely. Follow me."
Can I use some healing potions while we're walking and following?
Of course.
I don't remember how much do they heal for?
Healing potion heals for 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. How much do I need?
So the golem will be carrying the Zordred on the way. Zordred seems to be like his
Am
eyes
I still considered
blanked
stunned?
out. You are. Let me see how long it lasts. We'll see what happens. But yes, the rest of you Travels there to there like another 10 minutes or so, but 5 more minutes afterwards and whatnot, you don't see George waking up as you're going up. But yes, place your tokens around here. You're alright. You're there. And no one ask any questions on the way?
A little drool was just coming, just dripping out of his mouth.
I'd ask the golem what happened to Zordred.
Okay. Looks back and says that any creatures with brain can be affected by psychic disruptor. He will not be able to move until the condition is restored.
And how might we go about that?
The advisors, the masters of the campus should be able to aid you. Or the perfect green if it were to return.
Dole.
And these guys, the golem will guide you into the dome. And as you guys are entering the dome, there seems to be some sort of a door that is there, and golem puts his hand and opens the door. And in there, you see some sort of a barrier that is still active. Its color is like a little bit light pink-ish. And golem opens the door and walks in with Zordred.
Send Fredrigan. This looks weird.
Put yourself into the dome if you're entering.
Layla's will enter.
Fine. Okay, whatever.
Alright. As you enter the dome, touching the this pink barrier, your mind is suddenly filled with ease and very calm mood. In here, all of you, who is elf here? Is there any elf here?
I don't think there. I don't know if anyone has an elf, but my character's a half elf.
Okay.
Raven
Anyone
is
with
a
the condition immunity from charm? If you're not immune to charm, you are charmed in this area. Cannot take hostile actions towards the other creatures. You're charmed to each other as well. You're not like love charmed, but you cannot take hostile actions against each other.
There's no save. It just happens.
All right.
Wasn't planning on attacking you guys anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
Alright. And as the golem enters in, he walks through one of the places where there's some sort of a magical circle in the very center of the dome. And he looks back at you guys and says that, would you like to visit the office of Perfect Green? Or would you like to see the headmaster first?
Headmaster. Sounds nice.
Very well. He stands into the circle and he looks at all of you guys and says, please join me.
Okay.
Okay. And as all of you guys stand in the circle, very light emits from the ground, and all of you are teleported into a place. Although you're not quite sure where it is, but as a light shimmers down, around you see the very high ceiling. It seems like a dome structure is in here as well. And you see 5 golems. They're all iron golems that are currently looking at your directions. You see they're a little bit more custom shaped golems. They're not like, unlike the other ones, you can see their expressions a little bit as well. Their face is carved and moves with the magical moves of magic, and their parts are a little bit more delicate compared to the other ones.
Somebody likes their golems.
And you hear the voice one of the golem shouts out. And says that, "Who are you? What is your purpose here?"
We are friends of Perfect Green.
Roll deception check.
Shit. No.
Okay.
Haha.
Okay. The one who asks the questions looks back at the other golems and says like, "Hey, he says he's with the public clean." But and the other one looks it back and says that, "Well, they're friends with the perfect green. Maybe they can help with this. I don't know. We don't know when he's gonna come back. We need to do something about the crazy M." And the guy looks at you guys and says that, "So where is he right now? Where's Perfect Green?"
Not well. I mean, the best chance you have to answer that question is that drooling man over there. Unfortunately, he can't answer your question. So if you know a way to fix that, that'd be great.
He looks at the thing and says, "Oh, he been attacked. It must be the interruption. Quick, bring him to me." And as the golem commands, the golem that was with you guys walks towards and lays down Zordred in front of him. And he looks back at you and says, "You go back to your duty." And with that, the golem goes back to the circle, and he looks back at all of you and says that, "I hope all of you enjoy this trip," and teleports out. And this golem kind of kneels down to Zordred, and you see some sort of magical circle appears in his hands, and his hand touches Zordred. And Zordred, you regain conscious, and you don't see anything, and you first feel this metallic thingy that is wrapping your face.
Let me get what's touching me.
And as you do it, he kind of lets go of your face. It's like, "Yo, where's Perfect Green? Where?"
Oh, give me a second. Where's the last place you saw him?
"Here." "Well, not here, but last time he escaped blowing the half of the city."
The wall?
"Yeah."
That sounds like him. No, last I saw he was on his way back here, I think.
Okay, so he should be here soon then.
What happened? My head. Oh, what is this drool?
Got knocked out by one of those spider golems.
You have been attacked by the Professor M.
Professor who?
Professor M. Have he not told you the basics?
No, not M specifically.
We're here on behalf of the Clasping Monkey, if that solves anything.
Who? What monkeys?
Clasping Monkeys, they're a mercenary guild. They had a contract out for us to explore some ruins for some arcanical treasure. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about.
As you're saying it, the others, the two of the others saying that, "Wait, maybe he's maybe he's with the other scavengers that invaded the..." And one of the other golem steps into you very closely and says that, "Are you the one who was poking around the facilities?"
Leia's kind of thinks and goes, "Past week? No. Let's see, there was from some carriages, there was some farm side, no ruins, and werewolves. Does that apply to this area? Because I'm kind of bad with directions.
Roll deception. Okay. And this golem, each of the golems are pretty hard to differentiate, as each of them are kind of looking identical. Only thing that you can tell differently is the color of their crystal. The one that is mainly talking there at the beginning is had like this bright blue crystal, and the one that is currently suspecting you is this a little bit darker color of the green, a dark green crystal with him, and he says like, "Okay, so you're not with them, all right? So I guess we have no choice but to just wait for the perfect green. I hope you're ripe soon."
Yeah, how long ago did he break down that wall?
How long has it been? Lastly, we all having had some memory losses here and there. The blue one that is like, "Silence, you idiots! I'll do the talking. He happened here about 2 weeks ago, I believe."
You see Zordred with a giant smile now on his face. 2 weeks?
Yes, 2 weeks, a parable time. Of this time of oppression by Professor M!
Quick question. Leia's just kind of thinking. Sorry to interrupt the train of thought, but do you know anybody by the name of Crash Crunch?
He thinks for a moment, is like, no. We have no person named like that in our facility.
Fair enough. I'm just taking a long shot.
Noni, can I look around the room?
Yep, if you were to look around the room, inside is something that... there is a lower area where all of you guys are currently staying, and there is a 1 stair up, and there's a 6 doors that is on the 2nd floor. And there is stairs, 2 of them, kind of climbs up way, and in where you are at, there are some arcane relics that you cannot quite recognize what they do. And on the very center, right behind the golem that is currently talking, is some sort of monitoring magic. Seems to be across the entire dome. You see the rough map of the dome and some of the blinking lights. You see a lot of them being concentrated on the mining area. The area where the collapse happened.
Okay, to get a bit more down to business, do you know of a puzzle cube in here?
Puzzle cube?
It's a cube, a wizard puzzle.
Isn't it one of the things that you play with? And he points at the one with like a really dark blue crystal. And says like, yeah, what puzzles? Yeah, I love them. But what about it? That puzzles?
Can we see it?
Oh, you're the puzzle lovers. I see. Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And he walks up and he goes to the 2nd room on the 2nd floor. And you see that the door opens as he stands across, and he says, he gestures, "Come in, come in."
All right, I'll come in.
All right then.
All right. And as you guys all enters the area, you see some of the display in like glass cases. Inside there is some sort of cube-looking thingy that is like floating around. And this room seems to be filled with golem bits in here. There's some bits of the arcane golems and stone golems type of thing, and there's like research notes on one side that are like piled on. And he goes to one of the glass jars and he says, "Look at this one," and he lifts up the glass. And, "Have you seen something like this?"
Can I recognize it?
Roll Arcana.
Well, Arcana. Cool. Does Polaris want to roll Arcana or just give one of
I'm
us
going
advantage?
I'm gonna roll Arcana as well.
Mhm.
Never mind.
Nice.
Oh,
You guys roll so well.
We are knowledgeable.
Okay, and let me get the notes up. Give me a second. Without the notes, you do notice that this is type of the puzzles that are being made and created by the same guy that I'm trying to find the name of. Where is the
Scrib the Inquisitive?
Krazik? Yeah.
Krazik, oh.
Yeah, it's like, this is the rarest edition, one of the first puzzles that he made.
No, is this the thing we were looking for?
This is not what you're looking for.
Ah, shit. It's still pretty rare, though.
Rarer, perhaps.
Rare. Oh, oh.
But yes, those with the arcane knowledge who can cast spells, he brings it to you in front of you and says, "Would you like to try?" It took me,
Yeah.
It took me 20 years to solve this one, and gives the one
You solved
to.
it?
Yeah, look at the perfectly organized one. But let me reset it for you. And he puts a finger in, and you see it like quickly demorphs the form, and it kind of and lies on it. Now it looks like just a stone cube.
Nice.
And he give it a cube. Now Be Delicate is an artifact of any old kind. You don't want to break it or anything. Don't brute force it. And now you have the stone cube in your hand at the moment.
Did that 20 let me know what the hell I'm supposed to do with a stone cube?
With 30, you do both of you with over 20 knows that how this type of thing works. It is a puzzle that you can solve using your magical abilities. As long as you're spellcasters, you should be able to attempt to solve the cube. And it is a series of puzzles that you will solve. And yep.
And how do you try and solve it?
You try to focus on it, like you're concentrating on the spell. Then you will see the puzzle.
No, I mean, like, what do you roll?
You do not roll. You actually solve it.
Oh, did you actually just give us a puzzle?
Yep. Although these ones in flavor though, it in the flavor wise takes at least a week to solve. This guy said that he took 20 years for him to solve. Think of it as like the like a dictionary size of Sudoku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other cube puzzles?
Yeah, these ones here. And he goes and lifts up the other glass, and he shows you the other 2 puzzles that he has. He total have 3 puzzles.
Are any of them the one we need?
Nope. It's not. It doesn't fit the description.
Does anyone else have puzzles? Does Professor M have some puzzles that he stole?
Well, certainly because of him, we got stranded in this tiny dome and cannot go anywhere else. Well, if you can, there are places where more puzzles are there. You know, in one of the places, there is an old lavatory of... oh my god, what is the name?
I just want to figure out where we can get the puzzle man.
You do know already the code and stuff. There is an old research laboratory of Krazik. But I used to go there every day, and there's some big puzzle there that you can solve too. But currently the place, we cannot leave this place.
So,
Professor M do his thing. What exactly did Professor M do?
Haven't you seen those monsters walking around? These horrible things. They suck on the people's mind. It will make us dumb.
Do you have a mind?
Of course. We all have a brain stored in this golem. It's a pretty neat thing, I tell you.
Oh wait, you're people?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait a
The
minute.
singularity.
Intelligence draining creatures. What would I have to roll to connect that with illithids?
I mean, you can regularly connect them with illithids if your character knows about them. 0 players. It's up to your characters to think of the connections.
I'll roll general intelligence because Leia just goes, wait a second. Is this Professor M a mind flayer?
Oh, one of those aliens like you or no. He's one of us. At least used to be until he betrayed us.
Is Perfect Green Golem as well?
Perfect Green? No. Last time I seen, he's still in flesh and body.
Good.
Yep. He is Kirkus though.
I'm sorry, he's what?
Kirkus?
Oh, yes.
The Perfect Green that you know is an elf, not the Kirkus.
Huh. Soldier goes quiet.
The golem, the one that you guys are with, says that. I'm Professor Zero. What are you all at? I would. And like he gives like who else can cast a spell? He'll give like cube to one of each of you to solve.
Leia's cast spells.
Okay. He give you the second cube and
Polaris can probably cast a spell, I assume.
Yep. Your mic is muted.
I just realized that I'm still muted, or that I was still muted.
Yeah, then he'll give one cube to Polaris too, and says that you haven't seen anyone else outside of the dome for so long. We've been trapped in here because of that raider. But
Why did Professor M release the beast?
Of course, because he's crazy and insane. What else could it be?
Where is he?
We have claimed one of the research facilities. I think he have claimed I believe he claimed the research facility X-42 last time I checked.
How far is that from here?
Well, right now we're in different dimensions, so you can technically the distance is irrelevant. But from the dome, if you were to exit, maybe 20 minutes.
It's like distance between here and there on the prime material plane is what I meant.
Oh, 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes.
What are you at? But well, I am Dr. Zero, as I mentioned.
Dr. Zero.
Quargarazik. I still don't remember how to pronounce that name. I can read it, but I can't pronounce it.
It is...
Can you help me there, Noni?
Let me see again. Krazik.
Krazik. Ah, shit,
Yeah.
of course. You said that, I just didn't recognize the name.
I have to look at the name to pronounce it.
So these are all the cubes of Krazik.
Yes. There was quite a bit of collections that I made. I bet that there's no one else who has more collection than I am.
Well, to be honest, we're kind of looking for one specific cube. And it appears none of these ones here are the cube we're looking for.
Oh, I guess a fellow collector. It is good to meet you. Well, there are some more in one of the facilities. I believe there was. Give me a second. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. There is. Okay. The one that I gave you, I believe it was something X42 too, right? Let me check the
Facility X42 is where Professor M's hanging out right now, if I remember correctly.
I know, but from the description that you got from Horror. Give me a second to look that up. Yep. Yep, this is the, for those of you who have forgotten, this is the description that you know.
SE42X. Right, I had forgotten it had an identification number. I thought there was just one cube. I was like, what do you mean there are multiple cubes?
Yeah, it's like freaking Leia's. Ailey sifts through her pockets and pulls out the note. This is where it is. Okay, this is from this. She like unrolls it. This is from the Clasping Monkey. The contract is request of a certain object. Retrieval of a certain object requested. A Sylvani wizard named Rovek request is looking for item named Cube of Krazik. It is known to be in one of the research facilities identified as SE 42X.
Well, the cube of the Krazik. I don't know. You can take it out from where it is right now or not. Well, certainly you can try to remove it, but especially when the power is down like this. But that's the facility that is being taken over by Professor M at the moment.
So all we have to do is beat him?
Well, if you would kill him for us, that would solve a lot of our problems. Yes.
For you? Why not together?
I don't know. We'll prefer to just wait here until the perfect green comes back. I mean, he will come back at some point.
You have a bunch of iron golems and stone golems, don't you?
We do, but so does he. And there's this thing that sucks in the brains.
So you're too afraid.
Do your simpler golems have brains, like the ones out in the prime material plane right now?
Okay, none of us are fighters. We all lived our lives in research laboratories, researching for the greater goods. But he's different. He's a military scientist. He clearly has mind on the better things. And have you seen those spider golems walking outside? Those horrible things! And he got a giant one in his base even.
Is there anything you can provide that will prevent the spiders from making us stupid temporarily?
Certainly we can remove your brain if that is what you want. That would make you immune from all effects. Don't worry, it is a common procedure that we done here. Even without your brain, you should still be able to function. Just brainless.
Yeah, but can the brain be put back?
I don't know why you would, but yes. Although that's not my profession though. I'm more with the mechanics and the puzzles and such. If you want, you can talk to her and kind of peeks out and Dr. Zero points at... No, Professor O points at one of the golem that is currently talking outside with like a purple crystals golem.
Hold on, why hasn't Professor M overrun you guys yet if you're so afraid to fight?
Well, I'm assuming this because of this field. Have you feel this? We put up a pacification field and set up the best defenses for the dome. And this dome is built to last, and I doubt even him will be able to destroy this dome, as long as we're staying in here.
Do you think Perfect Green would be able to defeat him entirely by himself?
I'm sure, he is Perfect Green for a reason.
So you don't really need the other golems.
Well, the
So
other
if we were to lead a
golems-
charge with the other golems, the stone and iron one.
Well, more specifically, we do have control with this facility, but entire facility is technically under Perfect Green's control. He's not here. He's a campus master.
I'm saying if we use the golems to attack, it'd be okay.
So you're saying, okay, never mind. You can continue conversation.
But we don't have control over the golems. They're on the maintenance
Oh.
duties. They will follow on their duties, but taking out another college member is... Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we can either assassinate this guy or get out of here, because we can't get the cube without butting heads with him.
Well, if you're looking for the cube, yeah, I mean, you could simply murder him.
I have an idea, though. It probably isn't a good one. So, do you know where this professor's office is?
His old office? I mean, he doesn't have office, but he has an old house, and he used to have a room here. And he actually points to the room right beside the third room. You guys are currently in the second room. There's 6 doors, and there were 5 golems outside. Yeah.
Alright, in that case... Perhaps we could take a look in there, see what we can find from whatever belongings may remain in there.
You could, but I thought you're here for the puzzles. But if you want to come back and solve it later, let me know. And he will try to collect the 3 cubes from you guys and gonna put them in the class again.
I'll hand the puzzle back.
Wait, hold on.
Hmm?
Are we trying to get the other cube? Because if we could also, with them, wait for Perfect Green, and during that time try and solve the other puzzles.
That could work as well. It's just, would this Perfect Green actually help us? That's the bigger question.
I mean, we'd still get to solve the puzzles.
True.
At least try to. I'm just saying.
I mean, I know more cantrips than I think any other mortal should. So having a try at these puzzles wouldn't be too bad.
So, just out of character real quick, my actual first thought was, like, figure out, like, where this guy is, like, where he's sort of, like, headquartered or whatever, and if it's within 500 feet, which I have a feeling it's not. Actually, never mind. Never mind, I have no sense of scale.
Since I said 1 hour's of walk distance from one way to the other, I'll say that the entire facility is in like 10-kilometer round, so 5-kilometer radius.
Yeah, that's definitely not. Then that plan is definitely not going to work. Then, let's see.
So you're saying you can remove my brain?
not me. You need to talk to Professor D.
Okay.
Do you gentlemen have
Did-
any?
You all remove your brains to put them in your golems.
Well, for
Things.
us, our brain is way too precious to move, so we just transfer it over to the golem.
Let's see.
But for your cases, you don't need your brain.
Offensive.
Did Perfect Green ever transfer his brain? Or has he always been Kirkos?
Well, we haven't known him for too long, but he looked just like him in flesh and body. Don't think he had any of our technologies to transfer his brain. Although I wonder what was he here for. Lately, I've been getting a lot of.
Could you show us to his office? We were on our way there before we came here.
He doesn't really have an office here, although only thing that we could call it is the master's facility, but I don't think anyone can enter there.
But the Iron Golem was about to take us.
Yeah, I have an idea where you.
Honestly, I thought we'd.
Fine, I can take you to his door. Follow me. Yeah, all right. And he floats. He kind of walks towards the center thing, and you see that the other golems have scattered around and like they're doing their own stuffs here and there. Yep. And to make it clear, you guys are with Dr. Zero at the moment. And Dr. Zero will lead you all to the very center of the room where there is a thing, with Zordred at least. Does anyone else follow them? Or only Zordred is going to go to the office? The rest of you can stay if you want to.
Are you really going to remove your brain?
I don't know. I mean, if having a brain makes me useless, then it may be best to go without it, so I can be useful.
Your brain. Everyone's brain is useful. Don't listen to them. They're stupid. Everyone's brain.
I'll talk to Purple Stone Golem in a little bit, but I need to see firsthand Perfect Green's office.
All right, let's go.
All right. You quickly go to there and you teleport it. But if you were to, you see some underground area where there is a giant door in front of you. It is sealed at the moment with some sort of magical power. And on the very top, you see the mark Z9. On the very
Z9?
top.
Okay.
Z9. And Dr. Zero says that this is where he would return to, if he were to. No one has access to this.
Why not?
Only the headmaster has access to this area. It controls the power flow for the entire campus and the surrounding using the nexus around.
So
Didn't you say the power was down?
At the moment, that's why we need Perfect Green back really quick. I don't know why.
Have you tried hitting it?
Well,
like really hard?
Well, without going in, we don't know what we can do in there, but Professor K thinks that there is other problems, external sources at least. So if you want to talk about that, you should probably talk to him.
Other what now?
Professor K. But yeah, I mean, you could wait here, but I'll be going back to mine if you wanna. So you guys are in front of this giant steel door. So what do you like to do? The floor is made of some sort of metal, a black metal that you have never seen before, and so is the door.
Does the metal look suspicious?
It is a metal, black metal. Doesn't make metal look suspicious to you. So,
But metal we've never seen before.
yeah, I don't think you would have. Yes.
Try punching.
Is there a wall?
There is a wall. This is not a cave area. Each of them, all sides, are like the square 2D thing, and is walled off.
Okay. Actually, I'll just do a quick jump because I'm desperate. I'm gonna jump to the ceiling.
Okay.
And walk towards the door from the ceiling.
Okay.
And I'll put my finger out and touch the barrier.
And as you touch the barrier, nothing happens.
Okay. If it's within reach, if there's a doorknob, do I see a doorknob?
You do not see the doorknob.
Okay. But there is a door.
It is one giant door, yes.
Okay. I place my hand on it and give it a push.
As you give it a push, your like feet are like, being pushed back, being you pushing the door, but it doesn't seem to budge.
It's just
Both
a big metal slab. Nothing there.
And Professor Zero will come to you and say, like, if you blast it with maybe some multiple of 9-syllable magic, it will budge a little bit. But, normally you won't be able to go through like that.
Multiple elements of magic?
Well, specifically over power of 9s. So why here?
I'm just saying, Zordred. Karma did give me back a luck blade. We could totally fix this entire thing. Or we could just wish for the door to be open.
So 9 separate elements, huh?
Huh.
Do they need to be casted at once?
We could just wish perfect green to return.
Or we could just try fighting Professor M if we have a Wishblade as a backup, because what are we even going to lose? We just wish for everything we solved if we're getting screwed.
Again,
If it turns out we're in over our head, we just go, yeah, I wish all of you were gone. Thank you.
So Professor Zero, you said I can smash this door?
You can try. I mean...
Sure. I'm going to try. Let's do this. I'm going to do Defender with my +1 Warhammer, Rage, Reckless Attacks.
Alright.
And nothing to AC for Defender. So all attack is going to Defender.
Yep.
So attack, extra attack, and Warhammer.
Okay. First attack just scratches by and does nothing. And second and third attack does seems to be doing some damage to it. Roll damage.
All right, so it's 16, 23 on the first.
Yep. You make some
on the
scratches into the wall as you are swinging your Warhammer and the Defender on it. And as soon as that, it seems to be regenerating and sealed off. And for K, both of your shot did nothing.
Bloody hell.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this for comedic effect. I cast Thaumaturgy on the door to see if I can open it. Would that be funny? It's like, it's unlocked.
Sadly, it does not open. I wish I was a funny DM. The door opens.
Does the door count as a magic item or a magic object?
I know that you're thinking of the spell magic. It won't.
I'm actually thinking of the spell Identify.
Identify would work, yeah.
Cool. Identify.
Alright. Door is being shut continuously. As you're identifying, you notice that You remember the star shards and how it was? Oh, I guess you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Yep.
I get the idea.
You never have seen anything like that before. But you do know that some of the artifacts that drains power it seems to be draining power from local areas and continuously being fed to repair and close the door. As long as the flow continues, and a door will continue to be shut. And it is authorized by the person. And that person probably can, authorize another person or so. But unless you're that person, or cut down the power, or burst through the door really, really, really hard, it'll be hard to penetrate through. Yes.
So we have to eliminate all magical sources in the area to open the door without perfect green.
And before you try, dimension door will not work. Such.
Damn it!
You can try.
It was like my first. I was like, oh, we could, this would be splitting the party, but I would have the option of trying to dimension door through, until you said no dimension door.
You don't have those. What was that? The force level spell that causes the inside area to be non-teleportable, and only ways to get through would be through this door.
Nani, even while he was doing that, Zordra was still attacking.
Yes, sir.
I got 2 crits and a 22.
Okay.
Does the 22 hit?
22 would hit. AC would be 20. So.
All right, so that is 20. Okay, I can't math right now. 10, 25, 32, 32, 34, 42, 52, 57, 65, 67 points of damage total.
65 points of damage in a single round?
Yeah.
Yep. Also, you're doing impressive amount of carving. You take a good chunk out of the portion of the wall, portion of the door, and you do make some progresses. Although this metal seems to be pretty thick, and it starts to regenerate. But you definitely deeper than the previous. You feel like if you were to use a little bit more excessive forces at one time before it regenerates, you may be able to penetrate.
It was 72. Did I say 72 or 62?
You said 60 something, but 60, 70,
yeah,
get the same description.
Yes, it was 72 total. See, in progress, I'm gonna continue at it recklessly.
Okay.
Seeing if I can do more damage than it can regenerate. Okay, so that hits, and that misses. So defenders hit.
I have a damage threshold in mind that if you burst through the door in one round, then you should be able to pass through before it regenerates. So, to you as a player, I'll tell you, there's a damage threshold. Over that, you will be able to pass through. So, if you want to try that, you can try this.
So, let me ask as a player, when Zordred's hitting, his 3 attacks that did the 72 damage, does it regenerate that 72 damage before his next round of attacks come in?
Yes.
Ah, shit. I mean, he's got nothing better to do. He's not smart, so he's either going to be doing this or talking about getting a brain removal.
Clearly, that's already happened.
I mean, his intelligence is 8.
You know what? No, I can't. Never mind.
I have an idea. What if instead of trying to break down the door, we focus on the parts of the wall surrounding it?
I thought that affected the entire area.
Oh shit.
Did it not
No,
affect the entire area?
Specifically, Zordred is attacking specific parts of the wall. He's not shattering the entire door. But yeah, the door, however, is like it's just like two big tablet, if you were to say so. There is no like door knob, door keyhole, or the what is it, hinge? There is no hinge.
But yeah, you were gonna give me the number.
Threshold.
The threshold.
I will not tell you the number threshold. That's
Oh yeah, you changed your mind.
No, there is
Okay.
threshold.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know there is threshold, and you should be able to burst through if you break.
Okay.
I won't change the number, but yes, it is relatively.
Can I make a check to try and see if I can get an estimate on the threshold? How sturdy this may be?
Can you describe your character doing it?
I don't know, just like seeing how much he's taken out of the wall, how much effort it's taking, like knocking on it, trying to see how thick it is from like echoes or whatever. I don't know.
Roll investigation check.
Cool.
Can I be assisting?
I got a 23 anyway.
Because I'm hitting it.
23 is good enough. It's fine.
I'm giving them benchmarks.
As you were knocking through and hearing the rings, and before like you hear these sounds of metal like being scrapped and being torn apart, or Zordred is slashing. You hear the sounds and you make some comparisons. Depends on locations. And it varies here to there, but you would notice that the wall is about a meter thick. And to burst through that, you need some serious firepower. Maybe about, how do you say? About 10 fireballs at once. Minimum.
At what spell level?
I assume first.
Bowl, not bolt. Yeah.
So it starts at 3rd level.
So you got like 10 fireballs, just hidden up your sleeve somewhere. Nope. Didn't
So that's
think
72 though. I thought you said 72 looked like it got close. Did I misunderstand that description?
You're digging
Instead of
deeper,
big
definitely.
Oh, what was that?
You're definitely digging deeper.
Okay. Like halfway deeper? 80%?
I say that with K, less than 1/3. A little
Less
more
than a
quarter.
third?
Yeah.
Maybe a quarter?
More than
Okay.
quarter.
Never mind. I had an idea, but if that's what I saw, then never mind. I'll give up and walk over and say, "Damn! If only we could hit it like all together and do a crap ton of damage, and maybe that'll break it. That or we continually hurt it, and maybe use. I heard you say it was a power supply. I mean,
surely
everything gets tired eventually.
We can break in, but there will be securities inside, and we'll be intruders by then.
You didn't tell me that.
I mean, you wanted to try, give it a shot, so.
Anyways. Well, as a player, I don't want to RP take over this thing, but Zordred would be going down to talk about getting his brain removed. But I don't want to, if anybody else wants other things to do.
Feel free to type whatever your characters to do as well, if other people are talking as well. And yeah. Anyone else want to do anything?
I definitely want to at least take the take the time to figure out like what's going on with that whole thing. With like the what's going on with like the whole like brain removal thing.
For brain removal, then you'll be need to talking to Professor D. It's the one with a purple crystal. Yep, the Professor Zero will lead you all to there and says like, well, you let her know that Professor Zero, D, they want you. And Professor D will come to all of you and say, "Oh, you say you wanted a brain surgery? Did I hear that right?"
Well, I just don't. I want to be useful in combat against these things outside.
Ah, yes. Removing a brain is one of the certain ways to be very effective against them. Although it does not totally prevent them, as we're afraid, but should make you untargetable by some attacks that they have, like the conditions that you've suffered on the way here.
Right. Listen, I'm not as smart as you are as my friends, so I'm gonna let you talk to one of my friends, because this is a big decision.
Don't worry, none of your intelligence matters to us in terms of eyes, but you have other gifts. Look at your hands, your fingers. They move in.
Can I insight check that?
What are you insight checking?
Do they want to take over my body?
You roll insight check.
Since
I guess I should follow that up with like, do they regret being golems? Like, type thing. Do I get the vibe that they were getting the decision of transferring their consciousness into?
You maybe need to ask instead of inciting. That would be way too much insight. But you can see if they have any alternative motive with insight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll crap, I bet. Yeah.
Okay. You think this person is very creepy?
You're
Can
creepy.
I insight?
All right. Yes.
I'm going to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Liz is currently messing around with one of the puzzle cubes.
Ooh. Yep. Professor Zero will definitely join you. And watching you is like he's like enjoying dupes solve the puzzle. But yes, Polaris. As far as you can tell, it doesn't seem to be malicious. And K, you remember seeing this from some of the other researchers. It's type of insanity that comes from being too fixated on your field. You do know that these type of researchers back in the days, although they seem to be one of the more potent one compared to the other ones, but definitely not. Their minds are a little bit going, but you don't feel any malicious intent, at least. But them being not malicious doesn't mean that their action will not be hurtful to you. At least to these researcher types. And you see this a golem with the purple crystal. Professor D will like close in to Zordred and says like, now this is just a natural reaction. If you've seen something that is different from you, but look at you, the skins. Oh, the holes that it has a sweat coming out. Oh,
You're creepy.
Well, certainly, but if you want to take this brain surgery, I'm sure I can help you with that.
I think I want your body, Zordred.
Ah, yes. I definitely do want your body. But
You weren't meant to hear that. Shut up.
Do you want my body?
Who wouldn't want your might if I look at these muscles? I can think of the
Well,
thousand
that's-
fibers inside. That is
My
all
body's-
working together.
My body's my body. If you remove my brain, will I still be me?
Oh, yes. We'll give container for your other brain, and your brain will be good. But yes, you will be as your body as is.
No, I don't think you answered me. Like I like beer. So if you remove my brain, would I still like beer?
Yes, the preferences will stay on the body, such as that. Any of the tenacities that you're carrying still would do so, as well as some of the basic memories.
What about my long-term memories? Or my memories from far long ago?
They should still consider as your memory. You should carry most of them.
With
Although-
me and my body. What goes with my brain?
Your logical thinking, your planning, carefulness.
So I become an animal?
That sounds
Not
well.
really.
Excuse me. Your brain is responsible for some emotions. This all sounds like a crock of shit.
Oh, don't worry. And now the Professor D leans towards K, since you're observing your body.
Don't touch me.
As you say it, it's like a visual observation. And the sound of your heart and your breathing. And with that, it doesn't touch you though. But yes, I have done many of the tests too. But it's most of your fragments of the soul that will be leaving, staying with your some bits of your brains. We're not 100% removing your brain, at least most of the parts that it's connected, and they will be replaced with other things.
Would you consider you to be yourself?
Well, of course I am.
Well, you're just a brain. So if you remove his brain, won't his brain be himself? And won't you remove himself from his body?
Well, of
His
course,
body's like a husk.
his brain will be able to talk on his own and will act, but that's just him.
So his body will be a generic copy,
No,
holding on to some of the imprints.
you will be two of different yous.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me.
I've lived with two different me's before. I didn't like it. Did
Well, you
I-
don't need to feel that.
never mind.
You don't have two different
I'm-
bodies.
I'm gonna walk this way now. And
It's like, can I follow you and watch you walk?
so long as my brain stays where in my head.
Alright. And, Professor D will follow you, and since you're making observations about how you walk.
Right.
But yes, it is Professor D that you guys have met.
The D stands for diluted.
Oh yes, you guys are still in there. What do you guys like to do?
I said my piece.
Right.
For Polaris, is there anything Polaris like to do? Polaris?
Yo,
Huh?
Polaris.
What was that?
Is the session not appealing to you? You seems to be all distracted.
Oh, no, I'm just normally like this, I have a bit of trouble staying focused on like just the session.
Okay. If you have any other websites or something open, I say you should. I recommend staying in the focus in the session with the stories. But
All right.
So Polaris, is there anything Polaris would do?
No, I'm good for the most part. But would this whole thing like count as like a short rest, right?
If you want to, yes. You could
All
take
right.
a short rest here.
All right.
And how about Lace? Solving the puzzle box. Anything else?
No, just doing the usual thing of waiting for everybody to get their things together.
Okay.
So, as a player, going along the idea of what Ace said, we could do a very quick strategy of wishing Professor M into this area where he'd be charmed, and then bring in a bunch of iron golems and stuff that are immune to the charm, and then have them just beat the crap out of Professor M. Because we'll be charmed too. We want to be able to really fight.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you might as well. I don't know if the Iron Golems are immune to it, but like you could wish for him to come here with none of his magic powers. Like they're all sealed away. It's a wish spell. I mean,
Yeah.
because like maybe Professor M is immune to this barrier. You don't know. I wouldn't rely on it solely when you could just
True.
wish it. But you're the one with the luck blade now, boy. You got to make that wish.
No, I'm not attuned to it right now.
This counts as a short rest, though. You can do it.
We could also theoretically wish for a perfect green to come back.
But will that? Maybe he's dead. We don't know.
I don't know. Hey, Professor Zero.
He
So
was probably solving puzzle with the Lace, and it looks
you
like
said
that.
you said perfect green came here, sealed his office door area, and then broke through a wall and disappeared.
He was looking for something. I swear I knew what it was.
Do you have recordings on these images, these moving pictures?
We do. Let's see. Why did you ask, though? And he goes to one of the thing and seems to be replaying the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some timestamps on all the golem locations and whatnot. And about 2 weeks ago, you see like a jump on one day where he's supposed to be staying. And
I thought these things always recorded.
Professor D is like, that is weird. It must be deleted from the record.
We'll get it back.
I'll try. And some amounts of time he will try to do so. But at the end, he won't be exactly successful.
And I'm like standing behind his shoulder, like, you get it yet?
Yeah.
You get it yet? You get it yet?
Oh my god.
Yep. And he says like, I think it's entirely deleted on the duration of what happened back then. There's no backups, and backups. I think he deleted it in where he was standing. It was all deleted with the authority of the headmaster.
What about when Professor N came? When did he come? Has he always been here?
Professor M had been here with us for the last 10,000 years, I think.
Well, what about the recordings from when he unleashed his his robots, his spiders.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
Like,
that,
what was he doing right before? What did he do right after? That'll give us a clue as to maybe what he's going for.
Let's see when he did try to do that. He tried to access a memory. You can see it. As like, okay. And he looks at you and is like, "What were we talking about?"
We were talking about your records of those moving images.
Record of moving images, right? And he goes back to like recovering the old images, and he comes back to you and is like, "Okay, I think those are deleted by some aspects. I think they were deleted by the headmasters, the privilege." He's clearly repeating himself.
Do you know you're repeating yourself?
What? Of course not. I mean, I'm the one of the intelligence being in the entire realm. I don't know if I know that if I'm repeating myself.
Right. I'm going to... Give me a quick second. I need to look at my pack. I don't know anything useful for what I want to do.
Looking for
Something that I can prove to him that time is going by. So when he does his thing and looks back, there will be proof that time has progressed.
I mean, if you have something with liquid in it, you can start to like slowly pour it out, and there'll be a sudden.
Yeah, I have a water skin.
Okay, try it in character. And whoever wants to be there could dare interact in however way you want.
So I have 2 water skins, so I'm going to take one of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, I'm going to take a dagger and put a little hole in it, so it's like a steady drip, like ding, ding,
Okay.
ding,
And
ding.
Professor Zero is like, "What do you do that for?"
Look at that puddle.
Okay. Looking at the puzzle.
Now look at your images and try to find what I'm asking for.
Okay. And he goes and look for the things, and he turns back to you and is like, and yep, he will return with the exactly same response, saying that the memories, I think
I start repeating him in his response.
Yep.
And then I say, that water, look at the puddle now.
What water?
Was
Hey, your water skin is leaking. It has a hole in it.
Oh,
you
that's
shouldn't be having the pools over there. It'll make the mess out of it.
So he can remember the question, or he can remember the request, but he cannot remember the water.
Segments of his memory seems to be entirely gone.
well, then just create a longer gap.
Okay. How long did it take? You said a second?
You're not quite sure what memories are being erased, but it seems like that.
Yeah,
part
but
of the
like, how
memory
long does it take him to look through the images?
I'll say that it's like the 5-minute process that he's doing it.
Okay.
It's 5 minutes. At least.
Better yet, here's a different thing. Does anybody have pen and paper?
Nope.
Pen and paper, anybody?
In character, yes, Polaris would.
I mean, I was asking, Zordred was asking.
All right. I should have some. How may I be of assistance?
I give the pen paper to Professor Zero, and I ask him to actually, I ask him to how do I put it? I say, Polaris, pay attention to what he says in 5 minutes from now. And when he says it, write it down.
All right, then.
Professor Zero, could you look at those moving images and see what was going on with Professor M when he arrived? When he sent his spiders out?
That's a weird request, but certainly. And he seems to go and does his thing for 5 minutes. And at the end, he does return with the same response. Okay, the records there seems to have been deleted by the authority of the headmaster. I think he deleted all the records.
No, did you get that, Polaris?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Get what?
Professor M, could you look at those moving pictures and
Professor M,
tell me? Professor Zero, Professor Zero, could you look at those moving pictures and tell me what you see with about Professor M and when he unleashed the spiders?
He looks at that and is like, "Oh, certainly. I can look up that. I don't know why you asked that." And he seems to repeat.
Can you guys just make a note of what buttons or how he's looking through it? Like, what's he doing? Is he searching through his own memory, or is he searching somewhere else?
He is touching some of the arcane stops that is connected with the display that is being there.
That's
so if you
above
make a note
Zordred's.
If you make a note of what he's doing, you can like reenact it once his memory fades.
It is not the just simply touching. It requires some casting of spells and whatnot. Unless you are a skill of a high level wizard, you shouldn't be able to replicate. I'll say with some Arcana checks though, series of them for 5 minutes, you should be able to replicate his movements.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt that then.
Yep. After that, he will return with the same response, and
and right when he responds, I take that piece of paper and I just hold it in front of him.
But before that, as he finishes and turns back, so Polaris will try to recreate his action, right?
Yep.
It will be 3 Arcana rolls. I'll say that each of them DCs are all 20s. 3 Arcanas.
All right.
I'll help you since you're doing it, I guess.
Yep, help would be acceptable. And roll the first check, however. Don't roll the second one yet.
So, with help, that what gives me advantage?
Yep, advantage with the Arcana check.
All right.
22. As you are touching and operating these arcane machines, you hear the shouting back there. One of the golem that greeted you very first time, they shush the other golems. Professor K, he shouts out, "Stop there, you imbecile monkeys! You don't know what you're touching!" And he comes back and is like,
"Dumb motherfuckers!"
"Oh, you actually know what you're touching." With the Arcana 22, you still to press all the right button. It's like,
next roll.
Yeah, with you, he sees that. Next roll, but he will ask you, "What are you trying to go through our records?"
Trying to find something that may have been deleted.
Are you trying to spy on us against those evil gods?
No, we're trying to find out what happened when Professor M released his spiders.
Well, that's perfectly acceptable. He takes a step back and make your second Arcana check with advantage. And who said that who can eat whatever? Was it your wife or what?
Damn it!
Someone said that. Okay, second one. As you are replicating some of the steps, there are some of the magics that you were unfamiliar with, and just going through the memories and being 5-minute process being kind of long, and even Karma can mix K got mixed up with you, and both of you making a mistake. Got the thing off, and you see like sparks comes out with the magic circles, and it kind of goes black in a way, the screen, and it's like, "Now look at it! No, this is what I was afraid of!"
Oh, crap.
Get back, you monkeys! Let me fix this! And he goes in and seems to be doing some sort of magical stuff and really fixing it. But the machine will be unavailable for you guys for a moment. And Zordred, you are talking while this is happening. Zordred, you were talking to the Professor Zero with notes.
Yeah, taking what? I'm sorry. What was the name? Palos.
Polaris.
Polaris. With what Polaris wrote down, word for word, like as he finished his saying the exact same thing, I turn the paper around and be like, "Yeah, I know."
Oh, neat magic tricks. That's
No,
puzzle.
no. This is the 6th time we've had this conversation.
6 times. You know,
whatever you were looking
remember.
at.
I know that I lately have some memory losses, but with
whatever,
my intellect, I'm sure I remember something like that.
Did the other golems take mention of this 6th time around rotating conversation? Because, like, you know, the strangers, the visitors were surrounding here. You know, we were probably causing a little commotion with my skin dripping on the floor and having constantly pointing up at the imaging screen. Did the other golems take notice?
The other golems were not present at there, exactly. Right now, the only golem who is present at the moment is Professor Zero and Professor K.
Professor K. Okay.
Would I be able to make an investigation roll to see if I can, either like investigation, insight, or maybe like Arcana to see if I can figure out like what's going on with like the golem like repeating himself?
Yep. Roll Arcana.
Arcana, okay. And all right.
And roll medicine check.
Medicine. This is probably not going to be as good of a roll. Yep,
Okay.
not. Yep.
You do know that there is a spell called Modify Memory that alters a memory of one. Although you do know that that one generally does not modify memory of a very long-term memory. Also, it is a pretty advanced magic that is not known to the public and is very limited in terms of its like usage throughout people. And you think that maybe these type of things are recursively being casted on them or something similar to change them. That's the one of the theory that comes into your mind. And medicine check, you do know that some of the mental sickness, if they were to make some weird moves, you know, the insane people, whatever moves they make, every other action that they do, they make up the justification to justify their action. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is interesting. I think, would this be a good stopping point for tonight?
Definitely there's a time at the moment. Usually this is ending time for our session. I hope. I think we can probably stop here. Think about what you want to do with these professors, these golems who are having this memory problem, recurring things. Not sure why they're there, but definitely you now notice that there's something going on here in their minds. And in the week, we can talk to each other about players about what to do, think of something fun as a players to do, and whatnot. And I hope you enjoy the sessions. And at the end of the session, I generally get some feedbacks about what you liked about campaign and what you don't like about campaign. And yeah, any feedbacks I would like to welcome. And yeah. Any way that I can improve the session? Some sessions, this part was bullshit, it was too boring, stuff like that. Or like, I feel like I couldn't do anything, that type of thing. Let me know, and yeah.
Alright.
Oh, and forgot to mention, as it was written in the recruitment, the session is being recorded and will be published to YouTube. Just to make sure that you're aware of it again, yeah. But yeah, Generally for the
Well, thank you.
videos, I do like for people to have it, because like I can see their attention span sometimes. Like it's like, oh, yeah. This like it helps me a little bit too. But yes, for that reason, Sunlit, that is that. But I hope all of you enjoy the session. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you.
All right.
But yes.
Yeah, great session, everyone.
Yeah.
I had all the funds.
Well, see y'all next week.
Hope to see
Well, that's what you get for having a bad computer. You're punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't come at me like that. You don't know me.
Did you have fun playing your character?
It was amazing. It's alright. I get 2 more weeks of name creating, so.
Father of Hope, the patiently waiting.
Yeah, patiently waiting. Added.
Yeah.
Fucking added.
But yeah, I think I need to recruit one more person. Is that? Actually, add it with ADOT.
To replace who?
Not replace.
Me?
I was thinking of replicating one more person, but Whoopi responded last week, so I didn't. So.
There's me, Zordred, Rue, Grumpy, and then the 2, Draco and Scribe. That's 6. You want a 7-player game?
No, I feel like
Well,
we won't be 7-player. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in and out a lot.
It'll be 7 with I think 2 or 3 on stability. I think so. Average it will be like 5 players. I think, and 5 players. If the heavy hits, like 2 people being not there, we should be able to continue. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll try to get one more. But yeah. And probably Whoopi is out, I think. So there's that thing.
Well, for me, school starts again in September, maybe August. I'm pretty sure September. So I will be gone for at least 3 months.
That's fine. 3 months comes and go by.
Yeah, completely gone for 3 months. And then after that, I don't know where my job site will be, so...
Life. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the session, though. Nothing. I'll be going off.
I didn't really enjoy the session.
Okay.
I don't think I enjoy trying to solve a mystery when there are 5 people also trying to solve the mystery. I think that came up with the werewolf as well. Everyone was trying to solve a mystery, but there were like 5 people trying to solve a mystery at the same time.
If you prepared less number of players, I could just not recruit more people. Although some instability is expected, though.
I think I'll just stay back in the story until we get it moving, and let the other players do what they want. I kind of just want to move forward, so
Okay.
I'll just take a passive role.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll not recruit one more player. I'll probably wait for Rue. Yeah, I mean it should be fine still. But yeah, Sunlit this session interacted almost no one.
He didn't really do anything.
Oh, I know, but he as a player was distracted in a way. I feel like. Yeah, so that's a bad sign in
You mean Sunlit or a Scrib?
Sunlit. Scribe, that's why I was talking to him, but as I can tell, because of the facial and whatnot, I can read his face, but Sunlit is harder with the video. So, that's why I prefer to everyone to have video. But yeah. And yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I'll be getting off, and I hope to see you guys all next week. Bye, bye, bye.
Alright, see ya.
안 들린다. 들리지 아니한다. 뭐?
빨리 내려온나?
그래.
공방으로
공방으로 할까?
아니 잠깐만. 근데 지금 빨리
아이고.
내려온나 일단. 벽 찍고 사람들 방에 만들었는데
어.
자리가 한 개 남았다. 빨리 온다.
벽 찍게.
그래.